In the colorful village of Luyanda, a little girl named Maya, age 12, woke up every morning with hope in her heart, even though her life was far from easy. Maya was an orphan. Her parents had passed away in a fire when she was just 4. Since then, she lived with Chief Django and his wife, Mama Zuberi. Chief Django was a kind man, respected like the roots of the great baobab. But Mama Zuberi, once full of light, had turned into a shadow of sorrow. Years ago, Mama Zuberi lost her daughter, Imani, during a river festival. Only the girl's dress was found near the rocks, torn and stained. After Imani's disappearance, something in Mama Zuberi broke. She became cold and bitter, and all the warmth she once had vanished. At first she treated Maya kindly, but soon grief twisted her view. Maya wasn't Imani, and that made Mama Zuberi angry. Every smile Maya gave was met with silence. Every mistake brought punishment. Maya didn't know why, but the beatings came often. Every morning, Maya woke before the rooster crowed to clean, cook, sweep, and polish. Her tiny hands worked like clockwork. Despite the hurt, Maya remained gentle. She still smiled at neighbors. She still hummed when no one was watching. But inside, her heart ached like an old wound that never healed. One morning, Mama Zuberi burst into Maya's room. "Lazy girl, why are you still sleeping?" she shouted, pulling the covers away. Maya jumped up, heart racing. "I'm sorry, Ma," she whispered, rushing to begin her chores. She swept the compound, her little feet kicking up dust. She washed clothes until her fingers wrinkled like old fruit. That evening, after hours of work, she was accused of stealing Mama Zuberi's favorite earring. "I didn't take it," Maya cried, her voice shaking. "I promise, Ma, I never touched it." But Mama Zuberi didn't listen. "On your knees until it's found!" she shouted. Maya knelt on the cold floor for hours while the sun moved across the sky like a judge watching from above. Finally, the youngest of Mama Zuberi's nephews found the earring inside her own wardrobe, stuck under a wrapper. Mama Zuberi said nothing, no apology, no kindness, just, "Get back to work." That night, Maya lay on her mat, her knees sore, eyes burning. "Why doesn't she love me?" she whispered to the stars. Still, the next day she worked without complaint, because in her heart, she still hoped for change. A few weeks later, Maya gathered her courage. "Ma," she said softly, "can I learn a trade? Maybe sewing or baking?" Mama Zuberi scoffed. "Trade? For an orphan? Your parents left nothing. Why should I give you anything?" Maya nodded quietly, swallowing the tears that rose like smoke from her chest. That evening, Chief Django found Maya alone. "Why do you look so small, my child?" he asked. She told him everything, her dream to learn, the beatings, the shame, the silence. Chief Django's face turned to stone. "You deserve better. Tomorrow, I'll take you to someone special." The next day, they visited Tailor Didi, the best seamstress in the village. Her shop was full of bright fabrics and brighter smiles. "Maya wants to learn," Chief Django said. "She's strong, kind, and eager." Tailor Didi smiled warmly. "You're welcome here, child. Let's stitch something new into your life." Days passed, and Maya's fingers learned to guide the needle, stitch by stitch. Her spirit bloomed like a flower in sunlight. Under Tailor Didi's care, Maya laughed again. Her hands no longer trembled with fear, only focus, but the past had left its marks. One morning, Maya collapsed at the sewing table, her skin hot with fever. Tailor Didi rushed her to the village hospital. "She's not lazy, she's sick," she snapped when Mama Zuberi protested. Doctors moved quickly. Maya was dehydrated and weak from years of exhaustion. That night, Maya slept peacefully for the first time in weeks, surrounded by care and quiet. Tailor Didi helped unpack Maya's things, A small pendant fell out, golden, with a delicate flower on it. Didi's heart skipped. She had seen this pendant before, in Mama Zuberi's hands when she cried for Imani. She rushed to Mama Zuberi. "Look," she said, holding the pendant. "This was in Maya's bag." Mama Zuberi's hands trembled. She took the pendant, tears rising. "Imani wore this. I gave it to her the day she vanished." They hurried back to the hospital. Maya lay asleep, her shoulder uncovered. On it, a crescent-shaped birthmark, the same mark Imani had. Mama Zuberi dropped to her knees. "It can't be. Is it truly her?" Overwhelmed, Mama Zuberi fainted. Nurses rushed to help her while Didi sat in stunned silence. When Mama Zuberi woke up, her face was pale with realization and regret. "I've hurt my own child," she whispered. She went to Maya's side. "Maya," she cried softly, You're my daughter." "I didn't know. Please forgive me." Maya opened her eyes slowly. "Why?" she whispered, a single tear sliding down her cheek. "I thought I lost you. My grief blinded me." "I failed you," Mama Zuberi sobbed, holding her hands. Chief Django stood beside them. "Let's fix what's broken, as a family." Healing took time, but little by little, the walls began to fall. Maya learned to trust again. Mama Zuberi, once cold, became gentle. She listened, she smiled, and slowly, she learned to love again. Maya returned to Tailor Didi's shop, not as an apprentice, but as a young master in training. She taught other village girls, stitching strength into every thread they worked with. Years later, Maya opened her own shop, Stitches of Light, and people came from distant villages to see her designs. The pendant she once carried hung proudly in her shop. A reminder of lost years and reclaimed love, Chief Django and Mama Zuberi stood beside her at her grand opening, proud and redeemed. "I may have been broken once," Maya said at the ceremony, "but love, kindness, and truth stitched me back together." The village of Luyanda never forgot her story. It became a tale told at firesides, of pain, patience, and powerful healing. And so, the girl who was beaten and unloved grew into a woman who healed, not only herself, but others too. Because, even in the darkest fabric, a single thread of light can change the pattern. And in Maya's case, that thread was made of courage, sewn by truth, and sealed with forgiveness.